Welcome to Hart, where we talk about games, movies, and animes, young and old. And today we're talking about probably one of my favorite movies of the year, The Substance. But the only reason why I say probably is because I'm still waiting for Sonic 3 to come out. In a few days, I shall hold my breath. I must hold space for Sonic 3. So The Substance, in short, is about an actress who is, I think she's 50, like hitting the age of 50, and they're like, you're too old, we're gonna fire you. And they want to fire her and replace her with someone like the new young hot Miss America or whatever. But instead she takes a black market drug, the substance, in order to turn herself younger so that she can just replace herself in this role. But obviously there is a massive catch that I don't even want to say or spoil. Like, I really don't want to spoil anything with this movie or get too in depth with it because it's just so good. I really, really like this movie. The things to know are that it's a horror sci-fi movie. It deals with a lot of body horror, body dysmorphia, the never-ending cycle of Hollywood and Hollywood execs, bad producers. Like, it deals with a lot of show business stuff and how toxic that environment can be. And then with that, it is a satire, so it's just very over exaggerated because it's dealing with it's dealing with a pretty serious issue, but they do it in this weird way that, like, there are some pretty funny parts just with what, like, when they show the substance, the audio that shows up every single time the substance pops up. It's just every time. And just the cheesiness of how they have to actually, of how she has to get this drug, the way it's done is it's just so funny. It's just such a movie thing. The way they portray Dennis Quaid's character, he's the producer. And fun fact, it was actually supposed to be Ray Liotta, but then Ray Liotta died. So they recast him with Dennis Quaid. And I think this movie would have been completely different with Ray Liotta in it. And that is the fun fact about The Substance. So the way they show Dennis Quaid's character, Harvey, is hilarious. They make him look just disgusting. It's all shots from, like, down here. So he just looks really, like, his head just looks fucked up. And there's a scene where he's eating, like, prawns or shrimp or something and just mucking them. He's just destroying them. And they're, like, and it's, like, the camera is either, like, making him have a big forehead or a big mouth so that he's, like, chomping at it, and the sounds and the shrimp falling everywhere, and he's just, like, talking to her while he's doing it. It's like, oh, ew. It's just so ew. And just how he's always like, always, like, not like, like, just so, you're gonna be the best, but in just, like, a sleazy way, just the whole time. It was so good. He was so good, but in, like, a bad way. Like, you just hated him, but that's good, right? The two lead actresses, Demi Moore and, is it Margaret Qualley? I think that's how you say it. Are so good. Like, they act their fucking asses off. They are so good. It is crazy. The two of them are just perfect together. Like, the whole cast just does such a good job, but it's just so led. Like, Demi just leads this movie, man. She does such a good job. I really hope I'm selling this movie because I don't want to get into it too much because I really just don't want to spoil it, because I went into it knowing basically about that. I've given a little bit more information. That's pretty much all I knew going into it. Really, the biggest thing to note is that it involves a lot of body horror. So if you don't like that kind of horror stuff, then maybe this isn't the movie for you. I'm really bad with needles, so there's a lot of needle stuff, and I was good, but it was like, I was like, like screaming the whole time. But that's perfect. I love when movies can just make me go, But really, I can't praise this movie enough, and I guess this is one of those movies where I just think it's actually a good movie that's going to stick with you, that you're going to have conversations about, that you're going to think about. It's going to have an impact on you. So that's why I don't want to get too in-depth with it and talk about it. So I hope that is enough for you to want to go and watch The Substance, because it takes such a crazy turn, and the definition of what a true star is, you see it with your own eyes. That's what I'll give you. If you watch the movie, you'll know what that means, but until then, fuck you. Watch the movie. Okay, I got a lot more where that came from, so click somewhere on the screen here, please, and watch more of my video or game or movie reviews, along with all the other fantastic content that I have. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You are a star. See ya.